Broskies. Bro, this... It's been a while. I know. You haven't seen me in a very long time. I changed my username too, so you might not even know it's still me. Which is my fault. My bad. But okay, so I was playing around on the guitar earlier, right? As per usual with me. It's just my normal thing. And I'm playing, this is E standard. Well, E standard, cable in for the fret, because I was playing Carnival by John Howell Mitchell. Like the one that goes... That song. Great song, by the way. I might tag him in the video that I might make for this, if this is a video. But I was messing around with some like chords and shit, trying to figure out what that sounds good, like this. I've messed around with those, right? And then like I start messing around for a while after that too, because I was bored. And it's E standard, so I was like I could do a lot of stuff with this. And this sounded like, that sounded really like it like tinged my brain a little bit if you get it as a musician. But it tinged my brain a little bit. So I got to mess around with it, and there's a melody that I made for a song. My friend's been helping me with this for the past like hour. I've got lyrics for it too. And they sound pretty decent. I still gotta like tweak it a little bit because I think it's a little bit too fast. It's supposed to be a sad song that turns into kind of like a happy song. It's a work in progress, very obviously. But like... That would be like the opening, like the first verse. It sounds really good, in my opinion. Why is that so pingy? There we go. Cool. And then for the chord progression for like the chorus and shit, because it would be a chord progression in my opinion, honestly, but like... Because it's supposed to be kind of like the verses are the sadder part where it's like so in my brain it's like this guy is going over a breakup or something like that, like a mental toughness kind of thing. And then the verses are him remembering his past. And like the pre-chorus, it gets to happier moment, and then the chorus is like him saying, I don't need this in my life kind of thing. It's supposed to be like a realization song. Someone gave me the idea for this. I will ask them if I can put their name in this, because I don't know if they're going to want me to. This is a very good friend of mine. But I've got lyrics for this, too. They gave me some of them. I thought about the rest of them. I'm not, it's like the first verse and then the pre-chorus line. Like, it's very much a work in progress as of now. Which is kind of like the thing that I was like, hey, I'm going to make my own song like a year ago, and I didn't do it. My bad. That is my bad. But, like, okay, so the verse is 8 lines for the first verse, and then I have 1 line for the pre-chorus. But, like, fuck it, where's my water? Let me take a drink first. My throat's dry as fuck for some reason. Alright. Alright. So the verse is like what I thought how it should sound, or at least something like this. Since the verse is supposed to be like a sad thing, was I gave you my heart, but all I got was ice. I gave you my love that's buried deep inside. Not sure if it's the melody or the weather turning bright, but I can see the future and you are not inside. That being the verse. And the pre-chorus line is like, it's time for life to take a turn. And then boom, right into the like chorus. And there was something that I was like on the edge of, and then I went to the bathroom and my ADHD kicked in, and now I don't remember what it is. I should have written it down. Fuck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. 'Cause I'm sorry if the walls ain't turning, but I believe it's you. It's you. For like the first part of the course, or something. It was something like that. Like, or is it like, I'm sorry, but the walls are turning, and I got a pretty good feeling it's you. I think that's what I was going for. I completely forgot what it was, being ADHD me. Honestly, I don't really fucking remember, even though it was like 30 seconds ago. Well, more like 10 minutes ago because I went to the bathroom. But that was like a good idea in my opinion. I have to tweak it a little bit because I think it's a little bit too fast for the beginning, honestly, because like it's supposed to be kind of slow because it's a sad song, you know. Like I was messing around with it earlier. It's like, fuck, I messed up. Like I found a little progression that I could do with this. Is like, no, not that. It's like I found the scale that I could use this on. It's not a very big scale. It's like a kind of like a half to 3/4 kind of scale thing on one string. Like it's only on the second string. It's on the A string. It starts on the 12th fret technically for the chorus. Like 12, 11, 9, 12, 11, wait, 12, 14, 9. That was my original idea. Or like, that was the original idea that I had when I first did it, because I had accidentally done this, and it sounded so like harmonious. So I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, I could use this for a really good chorus. So I started messing around with it more and did that. But back to whatever, those lyrics are decent. They could be better, which is something I have to work on myself. But like the speed of it, I feel like maybe some of you guys can help. I don't know. I've got the friend helping me with this at all. She can only help. Well, they can only help so much because they're not a musician. I'm the only musician in my friend group, sadly. So I can't ask for help a lot. I can ask for help with lyrics and stuff like that if they want to help too, depending on what the lyrics could or should be. But I feel like that could be a really good line for like a verse or even the chorus, honestly. Because I'm like on the fence about this chord progression, honestly, because I don't really know if it fits the style. Because I feel like it's too happy. I need to find sadder chords. Not that. That was way too fucking. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna use that. I'll have to figure out the chords later. I have to like research more, I guess, because I'm a self-taught guitarist trying to write a song. Not a great combo when you think about it. Which is interesting to some. You never know. This is a 9-minute long video. Oh shit. I think my subscribers, which is like 7, can see how like easily I get distracted when I write music or talk about music. It's insane, actually. Which is kind of funny when I think about it. I was like, I haven't made a video in like 8 months. And I feel like this might get views. I don't know. I'm not confident it'll get views, but hey, it's whatever, honestly. It's just my for fun thing. And I'm just writing music, honestly. in an old ass notebook with a guitar I've been playing for a year. Well, a year and 3 months, technically. Well, no, 2 months. Why am I? Oh, it's thundering outside. Oh shit! It's gonna rain again. That's great. But those are like the beginner lyrics. I have to tweak them a little bit to like try to fit it a little bit more. But I do think that like, but I can see the future and you're not in sight is a really good one for what I'm trying to portray in this. He's as you go through the verse, he's like seeing it, whereas like my life is not going in this direction and it needs to change, or like it is changing kind of. And then he says it's time for life to take a turn. But like the one that really hit me hard when this friend of mine said it was not sure if it's the melody or the weather turning bright, or it was the weather that makes me sad. The original one that it was not sure if it's the melody or the weather that makes me sad. Which kind of hit me, right? Like that's a cold line, honestly. That line was so cold when I like read that. I was like, damn, I gotta use that. But this could be a really good thing, honestly. This obviously doesn't have a name yet. It's an idea, and I'm gonna record it for myself in a video so I don't forget the melody other than this video right here, because I will forget, guaranteed. Which is not a good thing, honestly. It's a funny thing, but not a good thing for music career-wise, if that's the way I'm going currently. But hey, if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? And then also there's like the difference between picked and then finger picking. Because like picking, like regular picks that I use, to speed it up a little bit, it's not like that. But if I were to use just finger picking, it sounds so much different. It sounds so much different than this, because this is so much harsher. So I'm trying to like determine whether I want to go with the harsher tone or like the softer finger pick tone for the sad parts. Because realistically, I can do this kind of thing, hold it in these two. And then I'd have to practice, but like I can switch over to, okay, I can switch over to the pick, or do something like that, because it goes like, which I might need the pick for unless I go like, which sounds really good. And then I also gets rid of the trouble of hitting the other strings, because while I'm doing that, I'm still getting used to like only hitting the 2 strings instead of going all the way through, because I'm still technically learning. Which gets rid of me accidentally hitting the D string, like where I can just, instead of doing this, where you get this sound as well. It's a work in progress. I've said that I don't know how many times already. But I'll be practicing this a lot, because I feel like this could be like a really good song if I can like lock it down. But yeah, this is the end of the video. It's 15 minutes ish. I'll get back to y'all on it, hopefully. Let's hope and pray that I do, because I will be doing this. I will have someone who makes sure I do this, because it would be a waste if I didn't do it. Alright, but till next time.